In a previous video, I talked about an aspect of affordable housing that's frequently ignored in news stories and reports, and that's the role of individual choice, the role that our choices have in making housing affordable. There's also another aspect of affordable housing that these stories and reports invariably ignore, and that is the role of government regulations in the cost of housing. There have been many reports that have shown that government regulations drive up the cost of housing, and sometimes significantly. About 10 years ago, there was a report issued by a professor at the University of Washington that found that land use regulations and other types of regulations impacting housing drive up the cost of housing by as much as 40% in the state of Washington. There was a similar report showing that housing costs in Austin, Texas are similarly increased by about 40% because of government regulations. Well, that has a huge impact on the cost of housing, and it has a huge impact on what developers and builders can actually construct. If the average cost of a house is, say, $200,000 and 40% of that is due to government regulations, that means that $80,000 of that typical house is just due to government regulations. A builder can't build a house with a value of, say, $120,000 if he's got to pay so much money just due to government regulations. So he has to build more expensive homes so that he can make a profit. Just the cost of construction makes lower priced homes simply impossible unless he wants to go out of business very quickly, and in that case he's not going to build very many homes. So when we're looking at the issue of affordable housing, we have to consider the impact that government regulations have on the cost of housing. And like I said, these reports invariably ignore that, and they wind up calling for more government programs and policies to address the issue. But that's just more of the poison that's creating the problem. If we really want to make housing affordable, then we need to get rid of the regulations that are making the cost of housing so outrageously high.